Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video. In the last video we started finishing up most of the animations that we're going to need for our character's movement, and in this one we're going to continue on by adding a couple more pickups. This time we're going to add some functionality to be able to pick up additional ammunition. So we're going to do that. Before we get into that though, at least for me in the last video, I got an issue where if I picked up a weapon, the character does this weird jittering where it kind of moves the gun from right to left awkwardly. If you didn't see it, I'll do it again. It's that weird sort of kick right there, and does it every time you switch weapons. Now I went ahead and I compared this script to the previous project, and the previous project was the same exact thing as this one, at least to my knowledge, and I wasn't getting that issue. If you aren't getting that issue, you can ignore this part, but if you are, you can go into the player animation blueprint, in the anim graph, player movement, and that state machine, and you can actually just remove this top transition from switching weapon to sprint. What that will do is that if you are sprinting and then you switch a weapon, or if you're switching weapons and you're still sprinting, instead of traveling from here to here, it'll go here, then to idle, and then back to sprint. So now if I hop in and play and I pick up a gun, you won't get that issue. And you'll still be able to run and switch weapons at the same time. So he'll do the weapon switch and then go back to the sprint immediately. So all of that works just fine. So potentially this transition was redundant because it's going to go here to here to here anyway. So with that out the way, I think that's the only kind of like issue that was had there. But what we're going to do is we are going to create some blueprints to add some weapon or some ammo pickups. So underneath interactable, let's create a new folder and call it ammo. And I'll set it to our color. Then inside of the ammo folder, let's make a blueprint class of type actor. And let's call this ammo pick up base. I always get confused with pickups, one or two words. It's one word if you're referring to like a truck, but it's two if you're saying pick up, two different words. Phonics, y'all. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna add two different static meshes here. So static mesh, the first one will be ammo mesh. And we can drag this onto our scene root and make this one the default. And then underneath here, let's make another static mesh. And we'll call this one hidden box. So these textures are small as well. These meshes are small as well. So we're going to do the same thing we did with the weapons where there's this invisible box right there. For our ammo mesh, this is going to be a parent, so we don't need to slot anything in. But I'm going to lock this and make it 2.5 times the size because these are very small. Okay. So then for our hidden box, let's go ahead and slot in just the 1M cube. It's going to be pretty big. So let's go ahead and we can keep it locked and make it half of its size, 0.5. And then we're going to set this to be invisible and hidden in game. All the collision, everything should work just fine for the most part. I think that's all we need to do. Let's go ahead and actually head back out here and into our data folder, and we're going to create a new enumeration that we'll use for this blueprint. So let's go blueprints, enumeration, then go E, and let's name this ammo type. All right, and then we're going to create 6 enumerators, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll call this pistol ammo. So we're going to just name each one the weapon and then the ammo. So auto rifle ammo, shotgun ammo, because the way I'm creating it is you won't be able to interact with a certain kind of ammo unless you have that current weapon equipped. That's why we're creating this sniper rifle ammo. So we want to give the game a way to identify what ammo this is. Grenade launcher ammo, or what ammo we're trying to interact with, and sync that up with whatever weapon we have equipped. And finally, rocket launcher ammo. Cool. Then our ammo pickup base, let's create a variable and we'll call it ammo type. And we'll make it of type ammo type. like that. That looked good. Okay, now in the event graph, let's do some stuff in here. Under the begin play, let's create a reference to our player. Let's cast to the player and promote it to a variable. All of that. You should be very well versed in casting and making references here by now. Should be a pro how to do this, and also knowing why we do this. Okay, now let's create a custom event, and we'll call this pick up ammo. This is going to run when we try to pick up ammo. And what we want to do is I want to create an event, or a function, sorry, that's going to check whether or not our current weapon is equal to the type of ammo that we're interacting with. The easiest way to do this, in my opinion, without making everything too complicated, is we're going to do this inside of the weapon base. So let's go to weapons and go to weapon base. This will get a little bit hairy, and we do need to organize these after a certain point, okay? So let's create some new variables, and we'll call, these will all be integers, and we'll call them pistol pick up amount of type int. All right, and then we want to create a bunch of these, one for each weapon. So auto, is that an L? Auto rifle pickup amount. These would be kind of ugly names. Shotgun. Hitting Control W just to duplicate it quickly. Sniper rifle. And then we want grenade launcher. And then finally, rocket launcher pick amount. What these are going to be in charge of, let's just say, let's put it in a category now. Call it ammo. And let's just drag all these in here. Oh, I don't like how that's doing that right now. I want to put them in the right order. So pistol, and then auto rifle, and shotgun, sniper. Okay, good, cool. So what we can do is we can set these to be different numbers of like how much ammo do you want to pick up based on like when you pick up ammo. So for the pistol, just let's just say 24 bullets for now. The auto rifle 60. The shotgun, let's do 16. I'm trying to remember what I put. I think I'm like trying to do like 2 magazines for each of them. So 12. And then 2 rockets. You can change those to your liking. All right, now what we want to do is let's create a function. We'll call it ammo pick up, like that. All right, and let's, let's make an input and call this ammo type, and we'll make it of type ammo type, like that. Let's drag it here and switch it on. So now you should see all of our pistol ammo, this and that. So if this enum is set to be one of these things, it'll run one of these executions. Okay, so all of these are going to be the same with just very slight variations. So out of pistol ammo, let's pull out a branch. And let's say, let's get the weapon type. And we'll say equals. So if our current weapon, if our weapon type, which is also like the current weapon, if that equals the pistol, then what we want to do here is we want to, let's grab current total ammo. Look at the set. We want to take the pistol pickup amount and the current total ammo, and we want to add these together and then set that as the new current total ammo. So let's say we have like, oh gosh, this is actually quite a bit of math. Let's just say for easy math's sake, we have 10 bullets in reserve. 10 is our current total ammo. Total ammo being 360 in this case. And then we have this set to 24, so 10 plus 24, that will then set that to be 34. Math is power. Okay, and then to make an extra check on this, okay? With this selected, let's add an output, and let's make it a Boolean. And then we'll just have this say true, or we can have it say success if you want to be cool. All right, so like, was this successful? If it goes through this branch, was it successful? Yes, it'll return true. If it comes out of here, then we'll say no, it returned false. Oh, sheesh. Make sure that's unchecked. Okay, and then we'll say adds pistol ammo if, here. Adds ammo if pistol is picking up pistol ammo. Like that. Okay. Ooh, so you can get a look at that script like that. So now all we need to do from here on out is we need to do the same exact thing for auto rifle, shotgun, all of our different weapons. It'll look exactly the same as this. All we need to change is so for auto rifle, we'll change it to auto rifle pickup amount. And for the weapon type, we'll switch it to auto rifle. So I'm going to give you a little task. I'm going to do this myself. I'm going to give you some time to fill in the rest of this function on your own. So I will cut forward a little bit, get back to you. So have fun with that, and I'll see you in a second with the answers. All right, so this is what the final function should look like. So if ammo type is set to pistol, it'll run this one, auto rifle that one, and so on and so forth. So all we had to change, like I said, pistol pickup amount, current total, pistol, auto rifle, shotgun, sniper, grenade, rocket, and then yeah, all of that will run. I have a typo here. Okay, cool. So now all we got to do is let's go back into our pickup base, and let's drag out the player, and let's get the current weapon. Remember, the current weapon is a reference to this weapon base here. So since we have that out, we can now call ammo pickup, this function that we just created, ammo pickup, we call that. And it's going to be asking for an ammo type, right? Because we put this input in here. So it's asking for one. We can technically slot this as anything, but we created this variable, remember? So let's plug that in. So the reason why I had that set as an input is so that we can plug this variable in. So when we make the children to this, we can set this dynamically on the children so that this value will always change and then run the different parts coming out of that enumeration. And then out of our success, let's say if. So if this returns true, meaning that you get one of these success things, then what we want to do is let's play sound 2D. Let's promote this to a variable, and we'll call this pick up sound. So we can dynamically set this in the children as well. And then let's destroy the actor like that. And then we'll just comment box this to say adds ammo amount in weapon base, just so we can remember what that does and where it is. Makes it like that. So that all works. So there we go. That's all we have to do in our pickup base. Now all we have to do is make the children. So ammo pickup base, create child blueprint class, and we'll call this pistol ammo pickup. And we'll just keep on doing this for all of them. All right, so if this is done correctly, you just right click on ammo pickup base, create child blueprint, and then we rename them auto rifle, grenade, pistol, rocket, shotgun, sniper rifle. So now what we have to do is open up one of them, any one of them. For our ammo mesh, let's look up assault rifle pickup. Let me get these sort of magazines here like that. For the ammo type, let's set that to auto rifle ammo. And the pickup sound, we should have, these say pickup. See, there's these right here, rifle ammo pickup cue, like that. If you don't like the volume of that, you just go in here and change the volume multiplier, so you can make it like whatever you want, 1.2 or whatever you want to your personal preference, and then it'll apply to all of them. So that's all you have to do for one of them. So yeah, just go ahead, slot in. I think I have the sound. Okay, grenade pickup, like that. Ammo type, grenade, sound, grenade launcher ammo pickup. You want to make sure you have the cues, because then it'll have like multiple different sounds. At least it should. That's typically how cues work. So yeah, just go ahead and fill in the rest of those, and I'll be back to you in a second. Okay, now that we have slotted in our correct sounds and meshes and set that enumeration to be the correct thing, we can drag and drop these in. So we can put, I don't know why that sometimes does that. It's kind of weird. Just hit end and it'll go into its correct spot. If it's weirdly somewhere else, I'm also not putting these in the correct location right now, but oh well, it's okay. Like that. So now we should have our different pickups, but there is no way to interact with them as of right now. So let's go ahead and fix that. So in our character, in the event graph, where we put this, I think we had one called action mappings. Yes. So we have this line trace, and I can do this, make this persistent right now. So you can actually see this line trace when I hit the E key. You can actually see that's 200. So that's how far this is going out to actually interact with one of these. So you'll see this little square, and it's red and then turns green to show that I actually hit something, actually interact with something. There's no hits. If I look straight down on the ground, you'll get a hit right there, but it's hitting the ground. It's not hitting anything of value to us. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Now, if we were to have like a ton of things binded to this interact, we would probably have some sort of event dispatcher that we would just keep calling, but we only have 2 things in this project that we need to interact with. So that's why it's just done this way. So what we want to do is let's get our loadout and let's switch it on. And this is going to come out of the then 0. We only want to be able to interact with ammo if we have a weapon. So like, can't grab ammo without weapon, that sort of thing. And then, but if we have a weapon, we want to cast to what we call it, ammo pickup base. Once again, this is going to come out of the hit actor, like that. You know what? That's sure. That's in an okay spot. And then as the pickup base, we want to run the event that we created. This one, pick up ammo. We want to actually run that. So we'll call it pick up ammo. And then it slots it in like that for us. So we can comment box this whole thing, quite honestly, because this script is now done. And we'll draws line trace to check if trying to interact with ammo or weapon pickups, something like that. Yeah, just make sure I spelled everything correctly because I couldn't really see where I was typing. Okay, so that's what the script looks like that we just added. This, so pretty self-explanatory there. Now if we come out of here and I try to interact with any of this stuff, nothing's going to work, even though we are getting green hits and we don't get an error. So it's just running out of there. But let's say I pick up the shotgun and these 3 weapons. So the pistol, oh gosh, which one's which? That's the pistol ammo. So if I interact with this, it doesn't do anything. But if I interact with this, it did the math. It disappeared. All of that. If I switch to the auto rifle, I can't interact with this one or this one or this one or this one or whatever. But I can interact with that one. And then the shotgun can't do anything to anything but this one. Oh, I have the pistol equipped. Awkward. There we go. I got a little scared there for a second. I was like, did I do the settings wrong? So yeah, you can actually see those line traces now, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that is everything to do with our ammo pickups. That's how you do it. So cool. We're going to keep on rolling on, keep adding some new features to the game, and then we'll finally, it's going to be really soon. We're going to actually start shooting these guns and doing some cool stuff with them. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.